Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new, I'm Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about the turkey, I think they're called turkey towels or Turkish towels, and this is what they look like. I've just been embroidering these, really tricky to embroider, so I wanted to do a quick video to show you guys how I am doing this. Let me show you how it all started. Okay, so I have like a big bulk order of these, so I quickly had to learn what was the right stabilizer to use on these towels. Okay, so I want to go over and let me pull the this color. Let me push these aside on the other chair. Okay, so I want to show you guys some of the challenge that I came across. So I finally got the trick. So it was the yellow ones, if I remember correctly. Let me go over to the yellow ones. And it was just the first two. The first two, little bit of a challenge, but it's okay. I talked to the customer about it. They're fine. But I wanted to show you guys something, okay? So let's take a look at this towel. This was the first one that I did. And I want you guys to look real close, okay? As you can see right here, I know that it is part of the design, but to me it looks like there's a little bit of pull that is going on in there, right? It looks like there's a little bit of you know, pulling and stuff, and I really don't care for how that was looking. So I called the customer. She's okay. She got some extra ones also, so I'll go ahead and I'll embroider the new ones for her if she brings them to me. But I just want you guys to take a look at this. I don't like this. Don't like the way this came out. You know, it wasn't looking too good to me. So I called her right away to let her know. So I was using tearaway stabilizer, okay, and you know, and I was using one sheet. Then what I did was I said, let me see what happens if I use more than one sheet. This is another example of it, okay? See how there's a little bit of pull? I know for somebody else they might not see it, but I'm pretty particular about the things I do, so I am able to really catch those things. So I kind of see like a little pull going on over there, and I really don't care for that. So what I did was I tried to triple up on the tearaway stabilizer, okay, and you can see you still have a little bit of rumbling that's going on over here. Didn't care for that, okay? But let me show you what happened when I just said let me just use the heavy cutaway stabilizer. I want you to look at this. Absolutely no pulls. Looks crisp, looks clean, love it, okay? And I kept going. Here's another one. That looks good to me. Looks really good to me. I like it. I mean, the design, I will say, it does kind of make it a little more difficult, but that's okay. I mean, I feel like this is a much better, cleaner look. And as I went ahead and I started using the tearaway, I mean the cutaway, here's another one. Look how clean that looks. Really nice. So let me do a video and let me show you exactly what I do, okay? How I hoop this and all that good stuff. As you can see, I have a lot of them, and I have some kids blankets that I have to embroider as well. Yeah, so okay, so got all these. These are ready for a customer to pick up. However, I still have four kids towels to go and one adult. So I wanted to show you the last one that I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you exactly how I'm doing it, so that way if someone comes to you with this type of towel, you know, you'll know exactly what to do. So let's go over to the embroidery room and let's talk about hooping it. Okay guys, so here we are in the embroidery room, all right? And just in case you guys don't know really what kind of towel this is, it's a beach towel, okay? and you know, it's a Turkish beach towel, and it's the one that has little fringes on the side. It's really nice. These are really nice, and I like the material. I mean, it's thin, but it's not like super duper thin, okay? But you are gonna need heavy cutaway stabilizer. So what I did was I have a roll of the cutaway stabilizer. This is heavy and stuff. I'll put a link to the video's description below so you can see which one I'm using, but this is the one. And then what I am doing is I am using my Mighty Hoops, the 8x13, okay? I have a PR 1055X. It biggest hoop is 8x14, but you know, the Mighty Hoop that is 8x13. I don't think they have an 8x14 of a Mighty Hoop. So let me show you how I actually hoop this. First of all right, let me just put the stabilizer on here. You just cut it. Make sure always that the stabilizer goes beyond the hoop. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. And first of all, the names are going to be in the center. So how do I mark the center? I forgot to show you how I actually do that, okay? So this is the towel, and what I do is it is supposed to be in the opposite of the name, okay? So what I did was I took this to the ironing board, and what I did was folded it in half and then creased the center, okay? So I already know, I don't like really using marking pens and stuff because sometimes, you know, it could get kind of iffy whether it's going to come off or not, and I like things to be nice and clean. So you know, what I do is I just iron it. Once you have that crease, you already know this is your center point, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to embroider the name upside down because the thing is the Mighty Hoop, I'll show you, has this right here. And when you stick it, if you put this in the front, in the back of the machine, it's kind of hard. So I always have this to facing me outside of the machine. Okay, and as you can see on the top of the Mighty Hoop, this is a shorter rim. So this is actually better. Okay, so that's how I do that. So let me put this back in. Okay, now I kind of use my body for this. This kind of like leans against my door and stuff like that. So that way I can put pressure on it. And then what I do is I take the towel, I open it up, okay? I look for that crease, okay? I put my body against it because I kind of want to pin it, you know, with my body. And then what I'll do is I look for that crease and I eyeball it with the center of the Mighty Hoop and I lay it down, okay? And I just lay it down. And then what I do is I just make sure that it's nice and straight. You just do as best you can. And then I just go ahead and then I hoop it. Okay? Now the names are going to be above this line that's right here. Okay? So what I usually do is I eyeball it. So as you can see, you can even see it on the camera. This is the crease right here. And it falls nicely in the middle of the Mighty Hoop. So I'm good right there. Okay, so the name that's going on this is going to be Andre. So I have to go over, I'm going to scoot you on over here to this machine. And right now, I just finished the one that has Kim on it. Okay, came out really cute, as you can see. So now I already have all the names on the file. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete this. Hit OK. I'm going to go back in there. I'm going to pick Andre and I'm going to position it correctly. A lot of times I like to use a template to do the placement and scan it, but in this situation, I don't really need it because it'll put it right in the middle. I already kind of, all I do is I just scan it and then I just adjust it. So here it is. Let's put that in here. All right. So I got this one here, nice. Okay. And you want to make sure that the towel is sitting nicely on here. All right, you don't want any mistakes and stuff like that. Make sure everything's out of the way. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to scan, okay, so that I can see where it actually says that it's going to go. And then I'm just going to make the adjustment. And these are pretty light towels. They're not really heavy, but one of the things that I do so that you guys can see is I kind of tuck it away in there so that way there's really not that much weight, okay? So as you can see, it's a little bit too low. So what I usually do is I just go and then I just up it a little bit, and that looks fine. And then what I'll do is I do a trace because I want to make sure that it's kind of in a way where I want it to be. And I kind of watch where the needle's going to make sure that it's not too close to the bottom. I think it kind of is a little bit too close, so I'm just going to push it up a little bit more and scan it again. I always like to double check. It's very, very important that you double check. Make sure that the placement is going to be okay. And that's fine. That's super. Okay. So now I'm ready to go ahead and embroider. I will fast forward this, add some music and stuff, so that way you guys aren't like watching this for like hours and stuff. Even though it's not really hours. Let me see. This is only an 11-minute stitch, so it's fine. Okay, so yeah. So it's gonna look pretty cool. Okay, so this is done. It came out really nice. Like it. Let me take it out of the machine so that we can take a look at it. Here we go. Looks good. Nice, clean. Yeah, it doesn't even look like there's any pulling or anything going on. Let me give you a close-up. See? Love it. Love it. Now, all I have to do now is go to the cutting table, take it out of the hoop. Now, the only thing is, you know, because you have cutaway, the customer is going to have the stabilizer in the back of the towel, okay? So, you know, you got to make sure you let them know that so that they know, because even, you know, you don't want to cut too close to the stitches. Look at that perfect tension. Look at that, I'll show you. This is what your tension should look like, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love doing this stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to cut this. You try to cut it as close, but not too close. Always leave a little bit of stabilizer, because as they wash this, the stabilizer will curl up a bit. Okay? And make sure you talk to them and let them know what the stabilizer is there for, because it's there to keep the stitches intact. Because sometimes customers will want to like pick at it or want to take it off and stuff like that. And then what'll happen is this won't look really good. Okay, it's not going to look good after they wash it and stuff. So here we go. All right, looks really, really nice. Now I'll just go ahead and fold this up, and then I'll start on the kids. But I just wanted to do this video and show you guys how to do these towels. They can be pretty tricky if you are not using the correct stabilizer. That is for sure. You know, I had to experiment a little bit, but they all came out looking awesome. I think they're really going to like them. Yeah, so I have 26 of these to go. These are the last one for the adults. Now I have to do the 4 for the kids, and then I can tell the customer to come pick them up. So pretty excited about it. So yeah, so guys, hope you like this video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope you can join me every Friday at 8 o'clock at Eastern Standard Time, where we talk all about embroidering, sewing, and other stuff, you know. So yeah, so guys, hope you like this video, and hope this was helpful. You guys have a great one. Happy sewing and happy embroidering. Bye.